I'm Dr. Sri. I'm a board-certified family medicine, sports medicine, and integrative medicine doctor practicing in the United States. Let's first start this video by understanding type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance. So type 2 diabetes is primarily due to insulin resistance combined with inadequate compensatory insulin production. Imagine insulin is a key to the lock, which are your cells that store glucose. If that key isn't working to unlock the lock, that's essentially what insulin resistance is. Initially, your body tries to compensate by producing more keys, more insulin basically, hoping that at least some will manage to unlock the cells. But eventually, once your pancreas is unable to make enough keys, basically the insulin, your blood sugar will start to rise and your doctor will diagnose you with type 2 diabetes. Now here is a key point. Visceral fat, which is best indicated by your waist circumference, has a strong correlation to insulin resistance. The key treatment for type 2 diabetes is to reverse that insulin resistance.
So now that we've understood the problem, let's understand how exercise is going to be a game changer for diabetes. So when it comes to exercise, there are two main types. Cardiovascular exercise, or also called as cardio or aerobic exercise, and the other one is resistance training or strength training. So both of these forms of exercise have their own unique benefits and can contribute to diabetes management. Now let us first talk about aerobic exercise or cardiovascular exercise. So running, walking, jogging, biking, swimming, elliptical, rowing, jumping jacks. So these are all like few examples of aerobic exercise. So now I'm exercising, so I'm walking. So let us assume that I have type 2 diabetes and my last A1C was around like 9.0, which means that my average blood sugar is around like 212 or so. So let us assume that my pre-exercise blood sugar is around 200 and my waist circumference is around like 36 inches, which means that I have a lot of fat that is surrounding the organs right now. And now I'm planning to go for a 60-minute walk at a steady pace, around like light to moderate intensity exercise. So let us understand how exercise is going to help me right now. So right now, as I'm walking, my muscles are doing a lot of work. Some muscles are contracting and relaxing so that I can propel forward. Some muscles are making sure that I'm pretty stable while I'm walking. So in order for the muscles to do the work, they need energy, and the energy is going to come from oxygen and a fuel source. The fuel source can be either from a glucose or it can be from a stored fat. So research has consistently shown that exercise plays a vital role in targeting fat around the organs as opposed to just the subcutaneous fat, which is the fat outside the organs. As we have discussed, visceral fat is the biggest contributor to insulin resistance.
So you'll often find that by the end of an exercise session, your blood glucose levels would have improved significantly. That is because the muscles are more efficient absorbing glucose from the bloodstream during exercise session, often reducing the demands on the insulin, which basically means that the pancreas are able to rest, able to recover, and they're able to function better long term.
So let us say I increase the intensity of my workouts to a more moderate level. The body starts burning a combination of both glucose and fat in equal proportions. As I deplete the available glucose in my bloodstream and muscles, the liver steps in by releasing more glucose, resulting in greater storage capacity for glucose in both liver and muscle post-exercise. You're not burning a lot of calories by just walking 60 minutes daily, right? But the body doesn't know that. All the body knows is that you're depleting some amount of glucose from the liver and then the muscles, and thereby the body's focus is to recover from it. The insulin resistance is a big barrier for the body to recover, so the body is going to become insulin sensitive. But it's not going to do it for a while. It's probably going to become insulin sensitive for the next 24 to 48 hours. But let us say if you exercise regularly, like every day or every other day, then the insulin sensitivity improvement continues. But so this way, you can just cut back on your medications too for your diabetes because you're becoming insulin sensitive and there is no need for a lot of medications to pump more insulin. In addition, let us say you couple that with bringing less calories in, which means that you're eating less, creating a calorie deficit, then you can eventually burn the subcutaneous fat and the visceral fat, and thereby the diabetes will improve and your insulin resistance will improve. We know that once you reverse insulin resistance, the diabetes management is going to become very easy. You'll be delighted to see your pancreas reawakening as you successfully reverse the insulin resistance, and it becomes easier to keep your blood glucose under control. Now let us talk about resistance training or strength training and how strength training can help improve diabetes. So let us say I engage in activities like push-ups. I'm actually creating small tears in my muscle fibers. But here's the exciting part. When I rest, our body repairs those tears and makes my chest muscles bigger and stronger. So here's where it gets interesting. So when I have more muscle tissue, I have extra room to store glucose before that extra glucose turns into fat. This is important because we know that excess glucose storage in the liver and fat can lead to problems with controlling diabetes. So as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass. So what that means is that if my energy expenditure remains the same, and if my calories in, so basically what I take in, my calories in, if it remains the same, unfortunately the diabetes will get worse over time. But there is good news. By incorporating strength training into your routine, you can preserve muscle mass and prevent diabetes from progressing as you age. Even if you don't have access to a gym, you can still get started with strength training at home.
So far in this video, we've talked about the role of exercise in diabetes management. But there is this another crucial benefit that comes from consistently exercising, and that is basically improving heart strength and overall fitness. Unfortunately, studies show that the major killer in type 2 diabetes is heart disease. By consistently exercising, one can improve the heart's fitness and thereby reduce the cardiovascular complications, which leads to adding more years to your life, and that too, a good quality of life. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please post in the comment box below. If you really found this video helpful, please make sure to hit the like button so this video can reach more people. Now that you've understood how powerful exercise can be for managing type 2 diabetes, if you just don't know how to get started with exercising, you will find all the information in this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.